they say pride goes before a fall. And I am filled with so much fucking pride. So much pride. Like, I could be down on my knees and I'm not gonna ask a fucking person a thing. I'm not gonna do it. My pride is not gonna allow me to do it. Hi guys, I haven't done this in a while. Got a chance to be out today and I am taking advantage of that. It feels good to be by myself. To spend some time with myself, to do some reflection and some introspection. I haven't been feeling 100%. I found out that one of my sinus tracts are infected and is actually causing pain, causing headaches, neck, shoulder pain, and it's causing my face, like on the left side, to hurt. I thought it was because of a dental problem, but turns out it was my sinuses. I haven't had sinus issues in a while, in years actually. So I think that as definite testament to the fact that I haven't been eating properly, I haven't been taking my vitamins, and that stuff is off of my body. So I am more determined now than ever to really go back to the strict diet that I was on, the blood type, because that eliminated a lot of mucus forming foods in my diet, and that is what kind of has stopped me from having issues with my sinuses back then, because my sinuses used to be so bad that I would get vertigo and stuff like that, but that is not the case anymore. So I'm just keeping an eye. See, I'm in a kind of remote location and I see some people heading towards me. And I don't know who this is. So if it's two guys, I'm gonna move. If it's a guy and a girl, I'm going to stay. It's crazy. I can't tell. Can't tell. So I'm not gonna stay here. I don't know what they're yeah. What to say? Can't trust people. I can't trust people. Not these days. I do not trust people. So. Might be a little paranoid, but you know, I guess that is because I watch a lot of I'm checking them out in my rearview mirror, making sure that they're keeping straight. If I see any change, you know, I'm ready to go. But yeah, that's because I watch a lot of forensic files, I watch a lot of crime documentaries and stuff like that, so I don't play when it comes to people. I don't play, I always on alert. Anyway, so getting to, they seem to be going. So yeah, I'm gonna turn on the AC because I'm getting hot. you guys can still hear me. So this is gonna be like a vlog. This is fun because I haven't done this in a long time. As I said, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on and everything. So I wanted to come on here. This is gonna be like a little bit of everything, and I hope that I'm not gonna have to do too much editing so that it's not like rambling, but there's a lot of stuff I want to say. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is I'm going to be talking a little bit about myself. I'm realizing that I am a little bit depressed, maybe a little bit more depressed than I want to admit. It is definitely affecting me, my interactions, and everything there. There are times when I feel like everything is too much. I'm not saying that I'm thinking, you know, I'm not having intrusive thoughts or anything like that, thank God. But there are times when I do not feel like doing anything. I feel like the things that I want to do are not going to happen, that I'm not going to be successful, I'm not going to be that role model, that person that I want to be for my family, for my son, for myself. The things that I said I want for myself, that they're too much. How dare I think that these are things that I can actually get. And those are things that I'm battling with. And on top of that, I am battling with intense embarrassment and shame because of the way that I live, the situation that I'm in, the fact that things are not the way that I want them to be. And I'm gonna be like totally honest here. And this is like so out of character for me, because I'm a very, very, very private person. And I was listening to a motivational talk by Stormy Valentin, and she was talking. She reminded me about that, and that's not healthy. I mean, it's good to be independent. It's good to, you know, to get out there and start and do things for yourself. But at the end of the day, you have to recognize when it's time to ask for help, because obviously everything that I was doing before wasn't working. So I have to be open to something else, to doing something else. And it might not come from me. I might have to get it from somebody else. And there's nothing wrong with that. I have to get okay with that thinking. And it's hard because I've watched my mother struggle growing up, and because my mother was struggling growing up, I told myself that I was not going to be a burden for her, for my mother. I wouldn't ask her for things that I wanted because I know she couldn't get it for me, and I didn't want to put that burden on her to do these things for me. And I was doing that from young. That's how I was, and it hasn't changed. Like I put my son, I put everybody else before me. I don't mind if people come to me with their issues, but I'm not going to anybody with my issues. Nobody is going to know that I'm not good. Nobody is supposed to know that I am not good. And I'm here to say that that's not good. That's not good, because you need to have a support system. You need to have it doesn't have to be like a thing, but you at least need one person that you can call on, that you can feel free to do that. And I do have someone, but I don't want to call on them because I don't want to be a burden to them. I don't want to. I have been running my own business, doing my own thing for, this is what, 2022, for 8 years now. 8 years. And I don't have as much to show for it as I wanted to, as I thought I would at the beginning of my journey. Right now, especially after the whole 2020 fiasco, I've had to rely on my boyfriend more, and that was a struggle for me. It still is a struggle for me, because I don't like to have to ask him for money to to pay bills that are my responsibility, or to buy groceries because to buy the special groceries that I need. I don't want to have to ask him to do that. I mean, I don't have to ask him, but I don't want him to have to do that for me. I want to do that for myself. The idea of having to go and say, well, I would like $600, because they want to get something, and then if that $600 is not enough, I say, well, can I get whatever, or he would ask me, like, how much money you think you're gonna need, and I don't like the feeling of having to explain to anybody, even him, what I need to do, or what I that I want money. I'm not saying that I have to give him an itemized report of how I spend or whatever, but that's how it feels to me. That's what it feels like to me. I've always been a person who has been doing things for myself, so to have to sit down and wait, and then sit down and wait on money to be given to me to do things for myself, I feel guilty. I feel like why I should be doing something too. And we have dreams, and we have plans that we're working on and stuff like that, and I feel guilty that I should be doing more. I'm such an intelligent person. Why haven't I consistently done something that I said I was going to do? Why hasn't the things that I had put in my mind that I said that were going to happen, why haven't they happened yet? Why haven't they happened yet? For us, for me, for us. And I feel guilty about that. Because I feel guilty about that, I feel like, who am I to ask him for money? Because did I really do enough to get that money, to get anything? And then, of course, on the other hand, I'm telling myself, that's crazy. You do so much, of course you should get that money, and he's gonna want to give you that money too. And but I don't know if you guys understand what I mean. So that's my struggle, and that fucking back and forth, that guilt, that shame, that embarrassment, that is weighing on my health. I can't express to you how bad I've been feeling. I can't express to you. And I've been having headaches. I've been having body aches, neck, shoulder, stuff like that. And it's debilitating at times. And I don't know. Well, I do know. I do know what to do, but I'm scared that it's not gonna work. Fear, fucking fear, all the time. Yesterday, I ate once yesterday, and that was I had some chips and I had fish. I didn't have breakfast. That was lunch. I just had a fucking deja vu flash just now. And again, I have a really, really strict diet. There are only certain things that I can eat. Really, right now, I'm repetitively eating the same things over and over again. And it gets boring. Sometimes I want to have regular food like people. I would love to have a macaroni pie. I would love to have ice cream. I would love to sit down and eat a burger. I can't do those fucking things. I can't do those things. It's hard. And I didn't feel like cooking yesterday. I didn't feel like doing anything. And I called him, and he was on his way home, and I asked him if he could get this thing that I can get out of I was feeling good because my headache was going away, but they keep coming back. I can go and take another painkiller. But anyway, and he said that the line was long. There were people standing outside, and he just come from work, and I was like, I didn't want to have to put him through standing up outside in the rain, because it was raining too. I didn't want to put him through standing up outside in the rain to get this thing for me, because I felt like I should get up and go cook something for myself or something, whatever. And then in the back of my mind, I was like, well, he's my man, like, he should, because I would do it for him, and then he was like, okay, well, what other options do I have? And I was like, well, the only other thing is this other fast food place. But I was tired of them. I didn't really want anything from them, because it's gotten so bad. Like, I shouldn't really be eating processed flour or white flour. So when I do eat it, sometimes if I don't have anything, no, I'm not really eating meat. I am slowly but surely eliminating meat off my diet. So I mainly use fish, and I use chicken or anything like that. So I was like, well, that place, the only thing I can get from them is like, a vegetarian wrap, and I didn't feel like eating that. I didn't really want the flour, and then it was just bland. It was bland, and it wasn't appealing. I wanted grilled fish and some chips instead from the first place. And so I said, but you're not that close, because where he was far from me. So he said, okay, well, you know what, I'm gonna see you in a little bit. And he came home with fucking nothing, and I was so pissed. I was like, how could you do this to me? I asked you for something, and you come home with nothing. And that was like the second time that happened. And then, so I was pissed from them. Plus I wasn't feeling well, and all that rage and that anger and that shit, it affects your body. For me, it affects my body a lot faster, because I'm a very, very emotional person. So it affects my body a lot faster, and I know that, but still, I just let it fester, and it's not good. You shouldn't have fester. I should have talked to him, but I didn't feel like talking to him. He tried to, but I didn't want to hear him, because I was like, you weren't there for me. I asked you to do something for me, and you weren't there for me. I don't feel that you have my back. I need to feel that you have my back. I need to feel that I can count on you. And then we had been talking during the day. He had been saying some other shit to me that had pissed me off too, and that was kind of like the icing on the cake. And anyway, so then later on in the nighttime, he suggested about, maybe I can get something from a neighborhood, because they had a party and they were doing food. But again, the options were limited, there wasn't. So I asked him, so what are the things? He was like, it's the same thing that they have all the time. But here's the thing. After doing rice and peas, I can't use certain peas. So I would still need to know what peas they are, tell me, whatever. And then it was raining all the time. I know he wasn't going to go there for the rain. It should have rained together anyway. So I was like, whatever. So I ended up, I basically had, some granola, some healthy granola, organic granola, and that is what filled me. And then I messed up. And I felt like I needed another snack later on in the night, and I had some almonds and cranberries. And the almonds, I think, messed me up. Because at night, then I was in a lot of pain. I couldn't lay down on my left side. I was in a lot of pain. I couldn't get comfortable. I was just in a lot of pain. And I thought it was getting a heart attack, to be honest. And I was also having this slow burn against it. Like when you look at a pot and it's simmering, that's how the rage was inside of me. And I mean, to his credit, he was trying, but there wasn't nothing that I could say. I wasn't ready to get it out. I was trying to deal with it, and he was dropping these stupid ass remarks that were pissing me off more. So I was like, no, fuck you. I don't want to talk to you now. And that's pretty much how it went. So then when I got up this morning, I had a raging headache, just like week before, and then I realized that was the sinus thing, and that whole fucking thing started back up again. And when my head hurting me because of this, is like I feel like I can't even open my eye. I feel I just feel awful. So I have to, the medication I have to eat, and it took me a long time to get something to eat again today. And